guys, I'm Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are decorating an apartment and this one is for 3 roommates. Technically though, you could have 6 Sims sleeping in this apartment or living in this apartment. So you could have 3 couples or I don't know, a pair of friends that don't mind sharing a double bed, for example, something like that. Because all the bedrooms do include double beds, so it should be possible to have 6 Sims living in this apartment total, but it only comes with 3 bedrooms and then also 1 bathroom, so maybe just keep it to 4 max or something, so the bathroom is not gonna end up being too busy or something. So anyways, that is what we're doing today, and the style that we're going for is inspired by Tumblr. So when I think of Tumblr style, Tumblr interior style, I often think about like modern bohemian kind of, a little bit eclectic and kind of muted colors, so basically not very colorful, very gray and black and not like a saturated brown, a little bit more of a toned muted brown basically. So that is what we're doing today, and yeah, I hope you guys like this apartment. It is built in one of the fashion district apartments. It's in, what does it say in the upper left corner? 701 ZenView or something like that. It's one of the 2-story apartments, so it's a little bit difficult to put this one up on the gallery, but they're uploaded as room builds. I don't think I've ever explained how you upload apartment builds, but I also rarely ever get questions about it, so I'm just gonna assume that you guys know how it works by now, but basically they are on the gallery, so yeah. So a little bit of an update from Denmark, even though I said that I wasn't going to talk about the virus much in my videos, which I'm not. I just want to give you guys a little bit of an update. So today, all stores except from grocery stores and also pharmacies are closed now. So I think cafes are supposed to be closed unless some of them, like cafes and restaurants, still get to have their kitchens open because you can still order takeaway food, which is completely fine and healthy, by the way. Food cannot, the virus can't spread through food, so support restaurants and cafes if you can. That's what I'm doing, at least for a couple of days until it gets too expensive. But yeah, they're still open, so the kitchens are still open, but you cannot go to restaurants and eat there anymore. They closed today. And yeah, basically the only thing that's open is the grocery stores and the pharmacies. And it's a little bit weird. I was out walking yesterday and a lot of cafes were already closed. A lot of stores were already closed, especially smaller ones. So like stuff like H&M is still open or was still open. I think it's closed now. But like bigger chain stores, I don't know what you call them in English, but they were open yesterday and I think they're supposed to be closed today. So they basically just took it a step further so that most things are closed, and it's a little bit weird. It was very quiet outside yesterday. I don't really notice much of it because I already work from home, so I usually don't really go outside that much unless I have to go grocery shopping or if I'm going for a walk or I'm meeting up with a couple of friends now and then, but that's not often either. So for me, it hasn't really affected the way that I work because I do this. I just sit here and record. So, it doesn't really affect me like that, at least, like work hours and stuff. But I went grocery shopping a couple of days ago. When was that? Monday? Tuesday? What day is it today? Wednesday? I think I went grocery shopping Monday and I got out of the store and suddenly there was a guy working at the grocery store who was like, okay, you can enter now. And I was there with my mom and we turned and looked at him like, what? And basically they were forming a line outside the store because they were only allowed 100 people inside the store at a time. So that was a little bit weird. That's the first time it's kind of hit me like, okay, this is actually like truly happening here. But it's fine so far. Everything seems to be going great and people are listening, which is a good thing. And yeah, I don't know. You should wash your hands. Wash your hands and cough into your sleeve and just take care of the people around you and we'll all be good. So no reason to panic and stuff like that. Just take it easy. Take it day by day, basically. That's what we do. But yeah, that is basically the update here from Denmark. So things are slowly but surely closing down, day after day, and it's fine though, because we're taking all the precautions that we have to, and we gotta help each other, protect each other, and you know, all that stuff. So anyways, sorry for actually talking about it for a long time, but it's getting a little bit weird. So it's fine though, everything is gonna be fine. So as you can see, we have moved on to the kitchen. I do think, because I've done Tumblr interiors before, right? But this one is definitely a little bit more bohemian compared to some of my previous Tumblr interiors, I think. So I used a lot of plants around this apartment, for example. I used a lot of more bohemian-like patterns as well, so both in rugs, but also wallpapers, as you can see here in the kitchen, for example. I ended up also going back and changing some of the wallpapers to the one with the Caribbean updates, or Caribbean update. Well, you can pronounce it both ways, right? I've heard people say it in both ways, so I don't really know. Anyways, but yeah, I definitely went a little bit full on bohemian now and then, but hopefully it's okay with you guys. It's still Tumblr inspired. Tumblr is not a specific interior style. It's up for interpretation basically, because it's not a set specific, like it's not a specific interior style. It's not an official interior style. It's just inspired by pictures that are fluctuating on Tumblr. So I feel like I have a good view of, or a good picture of what the style is supposed to be. And that's why I'm saying I also turned up the bohemian just a little bit in this apartment. I'm really feeling bohemian these days. I'm not really sure what that's about. I think it's because I really want more plants for my apartment. And when I think plants in The Sims, I'm like bohemian, because a lot of my bohemian interiors have a lot of plants in them. So it's just kind of like, yeah, that's what I think about. I want so many plants for my apartment. It's ridiculous. I feel like I might not have room for all the plants that I want. And that kind of sucks, which means I'll have to choose. But I really love plants. They add so much life to interior. Plus, they also clean the air as well, which is a good thing, especially when you're in quarantine. So yeah, I want more plants. Also because they're so beautiful, so cute as well, and it's just, yeah, brings life, you know? But it's definitely affecting my Sims interiors, because all I can think about is I want more plants. I need plants in this build. So my latest builds have been filled with them, but a lot of you guys don't mind, by the way. I just want to point that out. Like, I think over the past 3 months or something, I've gotten one comment from a person saying that I use too much plants. Other than that, a lot of you guys love the plants. So I'm going to keep going with it. If you're not, you know, annoyed with it by now, you probably will be in like 2 months from now, because I'll be going completely overboard, but we'll see. We'll see when that happens. So we have moved on to the upstairs now, and this is the first one of the 3 bedrooms. I really like how this bedroom turned out, actually. I did make the bedrooms a little bit smaller compared to what I usually do in this apartment. So I just wanted to make sure that I could keep in a few more bedrooms, or one more bedroom that I usually do. So they are a little bit smaller. They don't have a lot of hobby items in their bedrooms. I think actually none of them have anything. One of them does have a bookcase and a chair, but I think that's about it. Other than that, they do have their own office, or not their own office, but like a shared office. So there are 2 laptops in there, so they could sit in there and work together or study together. I kind of have this idea that the Sims living in this apartment are actually students. So they might have they could be splitting the rent and just like, yeah, renting the apartment together. Or, you know, one of them could have a pair of wealthy parents or something that bought the apartment for them. Something like that. But I kind of see them as being students living together. So I wanted them to have an office where they could do their homework and stuff. And that's kind of the vibe that I'm going for. So what do you call it? University housing outside of Brightchester, basically. But they could also be young adults that are just living and working inside Myshuno, you know, living the hustle, grinding every day, that sort of thing. So it could be either. But in my head, for a second there, I was like, yeah, this is for students. This is definitely for students. I kind of see them as being like art students or something like that. It could be cool. Even though they don't have easels in here, so I probably should have put a couple of easels. But it's because, to me, Bohemian is a very creative style, so I feel like you kind of have to be a creative person to have bohemian interior. I don't really know. I don't really know why. I think it might have something to do with the pictures and stuff. Like they always have pictures with motifs on them, and it's just all the patterns as well. It just reminds me of art. So it might have something to do with that. And I don't mean like apartments that are modern but with slight bohemian touches to them. I mean like proper bohemian apartments or interiors. Sorry, not apartments. Not necessarily only apartments, because it could be a house too. So like proper bohemian interior with lots of patterns, lots of plans, and that sort of thing. I just feel like you have to be a creative person of some sort. So either you're into music or art or you're writing or something like that. You're into poems. I don't really know. I don't know. There's something about it that's very creative. So I actually want to give you guys an update on my upstairs neighbor because I've not heard any drilling since I think Wednesday last week, and I'm not sure if I should go up there and check if they're still alive or what's going on. It might be because of the lockdown, so if they have children, their children are home, and that probably means they wouldn't want to make that noise because, people are home. Ironically, because they're still making noise even though it's like 7 o'clock sometimes, and you'd think their family is home at that point, but maybe they're in quarantine or something. Actually, none of the people in my apartment building or the other building on the other side of the road have said that they're in quarantine, but some people today did offer to go shopping for those who are. So maybe we'll get like some kind of update from some people saying like, yeah, we're in quarantine. Thank you for the help. I don't really know. I'm kind of considering going in quarantine myself. Not gonna lie. Because my throat thing is not gone yet, and I feel like it's just getting worse. So I don't really know. I probably should. I could actually, because I have food for enough days to do it. So I might, but it also wouldn't make any difference to me because I don't really go outside anyways. It's just my normal life. Not to sound sad or anything. It's just, I'm kind of joking. But also, as soon as you know that you can't go outside, it's like, or as soon as you know you can't see your friends because you shouldn't, social distancing and all that, you want to see your friends. Like, you want to see them a lot more. You want to talk to people and stuff. It's terrible. Once that's taken away from you, you're like, yeah, I want to go do that now. But I don't know. That might just be me thinking like that. It's like, as soon as the opportunity is taken away from you, you want to do that. It's super annoying. But I've been like that my whole life too. If my mom with an M tells me to do something, I'll do the exact opposite. I'm annoying like that, so it's probably something to do with that too. I don't really know. Anyways, this is their office. So as you can see, there are no set hobby items in here. I do want to say though, a lot of not a lot actually, but I have gotten a few comments from people wanting me to put more skill building items in the game or in the houses that I build. But first of all, I feel like they don't look very realistic, so I don't like to use them. And they're not very pretty. They take up a lot of space. I mean, I could use the piano now and then because I love the piano. I also use the easels now and then, but I mostly put them outside on patios or porches or in the backyard, for example. I use the guitars as well. I don't really use the violins, but the guitars definitely, and also the keyboards. But other than that, I feel like a lot of the items are just quite bulky and stuff, so I do want to point out that even though you don't have skill building items in the game or in your houses, if you have a bookcase, you can level up any skill because you can get even like fitness books and you can make your Sims read fitness books and they can level up fitness skill, which is a little bit weird, but they can do that if they, if you really want them to. I think with TVs as well, you can also level up some fitness there, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I played the game the last time, not gonna lie, like properly played the game, so like gameplay wise, building is still technically play in the game, but you know what I mean. So yeah, but you can level up most skills at least through bookcases. So for their terrace, I wanted it to be super plancy and I wanted them to have a lot to do out here too, or at least like a lot of furniture out here. I actually gave them a chess table out here because I thought that it would be nice and relaxing for them to be able to sit right at the patio and you could like sit and play chess together, just chill out together and look over the city at the same time. So they have a chess table right up against the railing And also there's an eating area out here, no grill though. And there's also this little lounge area down here with a lot of plants. So they should have plenty of like seating spaces out here, and then also with the chess table. But other than that, that is about it. I'm sorry for talking too much about I feel like I talked a little bit too much about it. I just wanted to give you guys an update of what it's like around me right now. Which is, it feels a little bit crazy, but at the same time, I don't really notice it that much. But I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. I'll try to tone it down in the future videos because I do know that it's quite anxiety inducing to some of you. So I don't want to cause any of that. I want to be an escape from what's going on in the crazy world right now for those of you who are dealing with that. So yeah, anyways, I hope it's okay for this one though. So if you guys like this apartment, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And also a side note, because I do realize that a lot of entertainment is getting canceled these days, YouTubers always work from home, at least if they're gaming YouTubers. So we'll be working and making lots of content for you guys. And yeah, I just wanted to point that out. There should be plenty to watch on YouTube and Netflix and, you know, all those other streaming services. So you can definitely count on us to entertain you while we're all going through this together. So yeah, anyways, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
You if we dance in the blizzard, we are not getting cold. So keep on dancing, baby.